हेलो एवरीवन, मैं हूं आपकी जैसी रानी और जैसा कि आप जानते हैं, ऑलराइट, सो 15th नवंबर इज ऑब्जर्व्ड एज होम सेफ्टी डे, बट दिस टाइम क्योंकि घर पे रहना ज्यादा हुआ है तो जाहिर सी बात है इसकी बातें भी ज्यादा होनी चाहिए और यही समझा है गोदरेज लॉक्स ने, जो सेलिब्रेट कर रहा है होम सेफ्टी वीक। ऑलराइट, तो इसमें क्या है, इसमें फेसबुक लाइव की एक सीरीज हम लेकर आने वाले हैं। बिग एफएम इज वेरी प्राउड कि ऐसे किसी इनिशिएटिव के साथ हम जुड़े हैं। तो हम इस ये जो लाइव होंगे, लाइव सेशंस होंगे, इसमें अलग अलग एक्सपर्ट्स फ्रॉम फ्रॉम डिफरेंट सेट ऑफ सोसाइटी और एक्सपर्टीज हम लेकर आएंगे। जैसे कुछ दिन पहले आपको याद होगा कि मैंने मिस्टर विजय राघवन के साथ एक फेसबुक लाइव किया था, जो कि क्रिमिनल्स के साइकोलॉजी में एक्सपर्ट थे। आज एक बहुत ही इंटरेस्टिंग फेसबुक लाइव होने वाला है मिस्टर फेबिन बेबी के साथ, President, Indian Criminology and Forensic Science Association. Hello, sir. Welcome back. All right. So, Mr. Febin से बातें चल रही थी गोदरेज लॉक्स के बारे में। अभी हम जब ये लाइव शुरू होने वाला था उससे पहले हम सर बात कर रहे थे कि कैसे गोदरेज लॉक्स जो कहता है हर घर सुरक्षित, बचपन से ही ये बात हमारे दिमाग में कहीं ना कहीं कंडीशन है, बसी हुई है कि गोदरेज है तो सेफ है, राइट?
Exactly. Actually, I was talking about that only because during my childhood days, they used to ask. I mean, they used to say that okay, you should get a particular good lock. So, what is the option? Godrej. Whenever you choose Godrej, there's a notion that you are safe. That is actually from my childhood. I used to hear that. When I come to this field of criminology, I used to assess the home safety. Then I got to know that through observation and research, it is actually safe. It is true that Godrej is actually taking care of the households very good.
Yeah.
The sense they are actually up to date. What I should say, because
Yeah.
even the culprits are very much afraid of Godrej while breaking in.
Alright, so being a forensic science expert, okay, आपके पास चीजें क्राइम जब हो जाता है तब आता होगा, you know,
Yeah, yes,
एंड
exactly.
कई बार ऐसे केसेस को डील करते हुए मिस्टर बेबी आपको लगता होगा कि अगर इसे इनिशियल स्टेज पर ही पकड़ लिया होता या तो इसकी शायद नौबत नहीं आती। और वो इनिशियल स्टेज कहीं ना कहीं इट स्टार्ट्स विद होम। अगर आपने अपने होम की सेफ्टी पर ध्यान दिया है, आपका घर किसी के लिए सॉफ्ट टारगेट नहीं है फॉर द रॉबर्स, तो आप बहुत सारी चीजें अवॉइड कर सकते हैं। एम आई राइट?
Yeah, exactly, because taking precautions is the most important thing. As you told, we are actually forensic science, also taking care of criminology background, where we used to talk about prevention of crimes. Prevention of crime means we are actually trying to eliminate the role of target and opportunity in a particular crime case. As I said, we have three elements in a crime: targets, an offender, and an opportunity. When you actually can eliminate any one of it, it will be difficult for the offender to commit a crime. At the same time, there is a chance of reducing the crime or no crime. So in that way, we should actually think about it. Actually, when you talk about hardening the target, most of our homes are soft targets because of the lack of home safety, because they're not aware of it. Okay, we used to invest lost a lot of money in making the home beautiful, but we are not investing much in getting the home safe. That's the most important thing. So culprits are also forcing it. But right now, I don't know why, but people are getting into the awareness that we should actually take care of the homes. Whenever these culprits go inside a home, they used to research what are the obstacles they're going to face when you go break it. First, they will look into the surroundings and see for the each and every detail. Suppose a dirt in the gate, maybe on the sit out, maybe a kind of a lack of cleanliness and the surroundings, maybe a kind of what kind of a lock you are having, a beautiful lock or a perfect lock. I'll come to what is beautiful and what is perfect later, I guess. That way they used to assess it. And since you are actually working on weekdays, you won't be able to take care of your home during weekdays. You will actually sometimes you used to forget to lock the doors, I don't know whether you used to forget it or not, but people used
A
to
lot.
forget. Okay,
A
so
lot. Many
we
times, चाबी लगी हुई छूट गई है बाहर in the morning, then you realize कि अरे the keys, we left the keys because we opened the door and the keys were hanging there the whole night. Yeah.
okay.
Mistakes.
Yeah. I'll ask you one more question. You need not to answer because you will be in trouble if you answer the question. We used to keep the keys not only not in your wallet. Instead, you used to keep it in nearby home, right? I don't want to hear an answer from you because that is actually a thing that I got it from a culprit, saying that you
Hmm.
need not to search for the keys. It should be near the door. Even it should be kept in a shoe or
Hmm.
a socks or maybe
Under
in
the
a
mat. Yeah.
vessel.
Yeah.
It used to keep it like that. So that's another thing. Even if you have a
Hmm.
better safety measure, you used to
Hmm.
keep it like in these places. So they will look into the locks even. If it's actually Godrej lock, I'm not talking it for the promotional purposes. I am talking in
Hmm.
sense because they used to assess Godrej locks are highly dangerous because it is tough to handle. Because if someone is having a Godrej lock in your house, they can actually expect much more surprises inside the home. So it will be tough. That's why.
Hmm.
So in that way, softening, I mean, hardening the target is much more higher because they used to, the 70% of the culprit used to assess the home and get away from that home even before committing the crime. Because the safety they used to assess will be tough. They used to assess the safety and they used to get out, get away from the from committing a crime in the home.
Hmm. All right. So, Mr. Baby, जितना मुझे समझ आया है, negligence, then lack of awareness, these are the factors जो सेफ्टी के जो सेफ्टी का जो पैरामीटर है उसे थोड़ा सा कम कर देते हैं. बट टॉकिंग अबाउट अगेन द सॉफ्ट होम टारगेट्स, व्हाट डू यू थिंक कि what are मतलब what kind of homes are soft target homes? क्या वो आइडेंटिफाई हो जाते हैं इजीली फॉर रॉबर्स कि हाँ यहाँ मिल जाएगा मुझे कुछ या यहाँ नहीं मिलेगा, ऐसा होता है?
Yes, of course. As I said, there are, I told you about the dirt and things like that. They're very
हाँ.
detailed.
Yes.
Other than that, there are a couple of things you have to take care of. There are some kind of elders living alone.
Hmm.
That is actually soft target, but provided that some of the elders are very much keen about safety because they don't have any other alternate options to safeguard their home. They used to keep a lot extra measures to safeguard their
Hmm.
home. I'll give you an example. They used to put extra locks. Each and every room should be locked. Each and every cupboard should be locked, and they used to
Hmm.
keep the keys under the mat. Plus,
Hmm.
they used to keep vessels near the entry point so that somebody is trying to break in, they'll get to know that. Even they used to
Hmm.
dial some of the emergency numbers and
Hmm.
keep the phone nearby, so that
Hmm.
the moment they get a notion that somebody's actually broken in, they used to dial the number. This
Hmm.
is the one criteria. The other people are like, okay, I am actually vulnerable to crime. I can't actually take any measures. Whoever get in, it is actually done. And another people is like, the youngsters. They are having overconfidence that they're
Hmm.
actually, we call them as mesomorph. I can actually restrict any illegal entry, and I'll tell you, they won't even know somebody is broken into a house when while sleeping. I don't think you will be able to recognize
Hmm.
whether somebody is actually inside the
True,
home while
true.
they sleep. We used to sleep like very in a different manner actually.
Yeah, yeah.
So a soft target. Apart from that, a kind of normal homes which is actually in an independent home sometimes with away from the society, or it's actually a secluded one. That's also a soft target.
Hmm. All right. So, as I told you, sir, that day before yesterday, I was chatting with Mr. Vijay Raghavan, and we were sharing this concern that maybe because of COVID, and even before this COVID situation, unemployment in our country is one of the key factor, of these chota mota robberies and thefts wala cases. So, you think have you seen that pattern in your observation?
Of course, it's actually a reality that I still not able to, digest. The sense, people are in a kind of a strain of, compensate the 6 months time that they have lost. There was a lockdown of income, and there was no lockdown of expenditure,
Right.
and there's a moratorium happening those times. They used to postpone the EMIs, but right now they have to pay the EMIs. So what they have lost is like most of the people are lost their jobs. Even some of them are actually working with a half salary. So but the needs are even more higher than the before lockdown. So in that way, it is difficult to cope up with the day-to-day situation. I'll tell you, I wrote an article in Indian Express regarding this. Then the reporter was asking, "Is it reality?" I said, "It is actually reality," because I used to say, 100 people must have lost a job and 5% are in great strain. Because I just want to restrict it to 5% because even the 5% turning into robberies and other crimes won't be able to handle by the police. So we are in a spot about it. And one more thing, we have certain people who abused, who used to indulge in substance abuses, alcohol consumption,
Uh,
drug
Substance
consumption,
abuse, yeah.
and they used to lock down their things inside the home by during this pandemic. But right now we are actually opening up, and we are opening up up their desires too. So how to get the money to get the substances and even alcohol? I don't know. So in that way, the youth, especially the youth, are getting into crimes. You must have getting at least 10, 15 spam mails taking. I mean, saying that you should actually invest here. You should click the link to see this and see that, and enroll in this kind of a lottery and things like that. These are scams. If you have something in your wallet, I can get the money sitting here, right?
Right.
You, and if I send a message saying that click here to say no to for this promotional offer, you'll definitely click no, and that no will be an S for me to take the money from your bank account. So in that way, people are much more keen to get the things done. And if you have a home unattended and the chances of getting caught is less, do you think people will stay away from robbing it? I don't think
No, even I don't think so. So,
so.
amid flood of unfortunate reasons, you think that an individual, like
Mhm.
one individual, he can work with the communities and try to change things. Like एक इंसान भी कुछ अपने level पर कर सकता है, or is it like a big picture always?
I wanted to add to what I said before, like
Yes, please.
officials are not capable enough to handle the pressure that gonna happen or that gonna come in the future times, because they are actually indulged in much of the other crimes. In the sense, they have 100 things to do. If you suppose you have 5 meetings to attend simultaneously, what you'll do, you'll get 5 gadget out, log in into the meeting, and keep the things nearby, and you won't be able to concentrate in a single meeting, and you won't be getting anything right.
Yeah.
In that way, police officials used to address each and every issue, but not in a proper way. First thing I should say, community should be aware of about the issues of home safety and how much danger they are in. Secondly, they should know that professionals are behind these kind of crimes. We have certain communities in South India. They used to indulge in robberies only for 6 months of their in a year, and 6 months they used to live with the money they get in that 6 months. So they used to travel. It's actually based on a division of labor. One group will travel to Kerala. They used to assess the houses. They used to market. They used to have a plan to rob in. Second, they used to assess the security levels. Third, people will come and drop the place and leave the next train, leave with the next train, and nobody gonna bother. Nobody will get to know that the houses are is on an attack
Yeah.
before they reach their villages.
Mm.
So this is the fact. So what community can do is community should act alongside with the police officials, make the people aware that you should keep your home safe first. Second, you should know that nobody is actually above the professionals that will be coming into your
Mm-hmm.
house.
Yeah.
Third thing, you should actually take care of others' homes also. You should know who is coming into your residential area and for what. First thing. Second thing is why that person is staying back or staying in the territory. And third thing is you should do the territorial reinforcement, I should say. You should know which is your territory and who is having an access to access for that territory. In the sense, there is a semi access
Mm.
territory, there's a full public access territory, and a private territory. You should define properly. Inside your home is for private access. Maybe sit out for semi-public access, and maybe the roadside will be a public access space. Somebody
Mm.
getting into the private access spaces, you should know it, and you should know the who is actually staying nearby. You should know the neighbors. Second thing, even if you know the neighbors, there won't be actually the societal cohesion or the social cohesion is very important. So you should know each and every person. You should actually unite together to help the police to protect our homes and protect our community. That's what I wanted to say.
Mm. Okay, so maybe I'll just ask you to elaborate a little, like how, as you said that communities should work, together with police officers, maybe in spreading awareness. How household can be involved in this, like household
Okay.
households and police officials and level of awareness, because मेरे घर पे कोई पुलिस वाला आएगा तो मुझे तो मतलब मतलब कैसे वन ऑन वन कॉन्वर्सेशन हमारा नहीं होता, मे बी
Okay.
एरिया में बहुत सारी चोरियां हो रही हैं तो हो सकता है मेरी बिल्डिंग का सेक्रेटरी, वो जो कमेटी है वो मे बी जाए एंड कम्युनिकेट करे पुलिस वालों से कि व्हाट इज दिस, देन मे बी एरिया के सीसीटीवी कैमरास निकाले जाए, ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड्स निकाले जाए, बट मैं कैसे, मतलब how will I be able to communicate or maybe in touch with or maybe in sync with the police officer?
I'll tell you why you have a fear for police officials, because they used to, yell at you saying that do this, do that. But right
Mm-hmm.
now, police officials are changing with the coming of community policing that are in force right now. They used to work with community to to have a collective effort to prevent crime. So in that way, most of the communities are getting used to the police officers. Even the college students and school students are giving training and internship in police dhanas, police stations.
Yes.
That way they are giving a different face to the public. Second thing, most of the times when the household safety and things like that came into as a problem, they used to give awareness to the public by means of meetings, by means of classes and all. But right now it's pretty boring, right? You won't be able to sit in a class for 5 minutes. I don't think so. So what you can do is take the help of ex convicts, open when put your maximum blocks in your home and ask him to break in. It's actually happening right now because police are getting the help of ex-convicts to assess the home safety and to assess the safety of a particular area, and they used to conduct workshops. So in that way, they'll get to know that how vulnerable they are, and it will be interesting too. People will, okay, if some ex-convicts come to your home saying that I'll tell you how much safe you are, with the police officials, of course, you will definitely allow it and you will enjoy it, right? You can actually see the techniques that they use to break in, you love to see that. So in that way, community households, they used to have a collective effort. Plus, the ultimate thing is you should actually invest maximum safety or maximum for the logs. In the sense, the money they will lose without having a proper log is much higher than having good logs. That's what I
Mm.
want to say.
Exactly. So basically, you are saying that the level of cooperation, has to be increased from from communities or from even from individuals. कि वो थोड़ा सा transparency जो है वो थोड़ा सा बढ़ना चाहिए with police officials. Okay. How do you think the police can actually empower people as far as home safety is concerned? वो क्या कर सकते हैं उस level पे?
Police officials should. What is lacking right now is they used to take the complaint from the household saying that, okay, I faced a robbery, so police will take the information, give you an FIR. That's all. Nobody is actually bothered about what has happened. You should be transparent enough to say to the public that the case status is this, and the case is in progress, and what you have done. That way, they will have trust on police. Second thing, uh, ask asking the households to enhance the safety is not a thing which they will follow. You won't follow because even if you're conducting this kind of an safety awareness week, you still drop your keys under the mat, right? So that's the issue.
I'll try not to do that.
But
I promise.
make sure that you change your
Yes, I
clothes
will. I will.
of
Yes.
keeping the keys because everyone is actually watching it. So anyway, so in that way, uh, people should be aware enough to handle these emergencies, and it should be a collective effort in a way that
Mm,
police should actually, I mean, support the households. So households should support the police. At least 60-65% of the house robberies are not getting reported these days. Why? Because most of the things that they have lost from the household might be unethical money or maybe unethical things.
mm,
So even the culprits used to say, used to disclose that I know people are keeping, hawala money in their homes,
mm,
and we used to target those ones because they won't give complaints. So
mm,
that's it.
mm,
If they have their success in breaking in, they got the things, and they are, the super calm. They feel safe. Nobody gonna
mm.
come behind you. This is the thing.
All right. So, in addition to the existing safety measures, Mr. Bibi, what can be done to make home safe? Like maybe और ज़्यादा points भी मैं पूछने की कोशिश करूँ. And how our future generation can protect their home? Like,
Okay. Future generate. Okay. When we actually go to say a kind of a different country, maybe Australia, I'll take you an example for it. They used to have insurance for their homes, even for theft. But the insurance companies use assess their homes for before giving insurances. How? They used to assess the logs that they are having. In the sense, dead logs is the most important thing. They don't go behind CCTV cameras. Why? Because it's easy to hack CCTV cameras, and
mm,
most of the
I
people
have
are
seen
living
that in movies. Yes.
exactly, and, and most of the people are saying that I'm safe. Why? I'm having CCTV cameras installed. You are the most. I should say they are these fools because they used to ignore the basic safety even in the way when from the moment they installed the CCTV camera.
Mm,
And we should have screen protectors or window screens in our homes. Third thing, do you have lighting in your home? You think your home lightings are good enough to find out a culprit or unauthorized entries? I don't think so. We used to switch off the lights. We used to keep the lights like dim light, which shows the the
Yeah, off to sleep. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So that's not done. We should have proper lightings on the entry points. Where especially other countries which follows crime prevention through environmental design, they used to have it like proper lighting. You should have proper lighting on your streetways. There's a theory called broken window policing, where suppose you are actually entering into a residential area where you find lots of broken windows on each and every home, and the last you find a home without a broken window. What you'll do is you'll pick a stone and throw it in the
It's
in
like
the
आ
window.
बैल मुझे मार.
So that way, it's a small thing which is getting unattended. You have to attend each and everything in your home. Clean your home daily. Don't let others know that you are not at home. Third thing, give proper security measures. Like in a sense, you don't actually lock each and every rooms when you get out. No, right? You just give the deadlocks, right? Shouldn't you do that? Use different locks for different rooms, different rooms, different what you cupboards. And right now we are actually more focusing on the electronic locks where you need not to actually have a key for it. Second thing is okay. Suppose I'm having I'm having lock in each and every corner everywhere. uh, it's actually safe, but make sure that recheck each and every aspect of your safety level. In the sense, I am getting into a house. Uh, okay, take help from a third person. You will be feeling safe in your home, and you won't find it difficult to assess that it's safe. But take help from other people. Okay, ask them to get the feedback from them, saying that okay, am I safe? No, nobody will actually tell you you are safe by looking into your houses. So make sure that these things are at force. Then, as I said, territorial reinforcement is the most important thing. Make sure that who is having the access on a particular territory. That is the most important thing. Make other say okay. Make sure that you can actually observe the people's movement outside your home. Why they are standing there? Are they waiting for a car to pick up, or they are observing you? Second thing, make sure that nobody can actually see what, in the sense the public can't actually see what is inside your home. Third thing, don't provoke others. You are having much things in your home, keep it inside. Don't make sure that don't show it to others, because right now people are trying for
Yeah.
justification, and especially the culture. You provoked me, I robbed him. That's the thing. And public should be much more on should actually much more contribute to this, in the sense, let your neighbors watch you. Let your neighbors watch your home while you're going out. You should actually observe others' homes safety. I'm not talking about getting into your home and getting into others' homes and getting into others' privacy, but trying to help others too. There are n number of measures that we have to take care of while dealing with home safety, but we are yet to take care of it. So this is how I should.
So somewhere it's little negligence, of course.
Mhm.
Awareness का तो है ही. So overall आप मुझे ये कह रहे हैं कि when we feel that we are safest when we are home, so
Mhm.
can spend like extra 10 minutes before leaving the house, and especially when you know that there is nobody features to take care of the house. So you should, it has to be a part of your daily routine to check whether you are leaving your home safe, like closing the windows, like checking, like everything is fine, and list of things as you suggested. So the overall thing is कि घर को थोड़ा सा ध्यान देना है.
I
दरवाजे
should say
मतलब
all
यार मतलब आप मतलब बड़ा ये जो होता है ना यंग जनरेशन के लिए कि खट दरवाजा बंद किया हुआ या नहीं हुआ पड़ोसियों को नहीं पता पहले था सोसाइटी वो सच दैट किसी के घर में कोई भी आता था ना तो सोसाइटी मतलब पड़ोसियों को पता चल जाता था कि व्हाट इज हैपनिंग देयर दे वर सो लाइक क्लोज नेट सोसाइटी दे यूज्ड टू लिव मतलब इतने क्लोजली रहते थे अभी वो इंडिविजुअलिस्टिक सोसाइटी जब से आनी शुरू हुई है तब से कहीं ना कहीं क्राइम्स भी बढ़ रहे हैं इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग सो
yes.
या सो तो पता है हमें क्या करना है बस अब करना है
Of course. I want to add one more thing. You used to brush your teeth before you go in for a meeting or
right
before you go for a work, right? So take it as a home safety should be taken as as important as you brush your teeth,
yes
as important as you put on the makeup. So in that way,
yes
it should be actually a routine thing, and you won't be able to, I mean, forget things. You will not forget things to, I mean, put in a safe place. You should give one more thing. I actually, wanted to say is you should give maximum amount of surprises for the perpetrator who break in your houses. How? I'll tell you. Don't let him find things easily. Second thing, give let him spend maximum amount of energy to break in. Third thing, you should give him, I mean, you should give him a notion that you know that you're coming, that he is coming actually.
okay
Third thing, and apart from all these things, I'll say make your lock manufacturers a kind of a work overnight. How? Let them develop their research and development wing so that they know what will be the future. Right now in India, we used to attend those cases which has happened. We are not bothered about prevention. We are not bothered about prediction. We criminologists used to say we can predict where the robbery will happen by taking into account the 10 years of statistics, the safety levels that the community is having. I can predict it because it should be 95% correct also. So in that way, we can deploy more officials in that places, and we can take care of it. It's not a big thing actually. You are
true
finding it big because we are actually lacking much much in this because we are not trying started doing it, but most of the countries are doing it. We have in other countries we have separate division called home safety, or even they are taking care into account of crime prevention to environmentalists, and even the architects are aware of it while designing the homes, while designing
oh
a particular residential area. So in that way, it should be done actually. It's very easy actually. It's not like you
yeah
take care of people or interview people. It's very safe, very easy actually.
wow lovely 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 interaction and I'm sure कि आपकी बातें एकदम ऐसे गई होंगी लोगों के दिमाग में कि घर है तो लाइफ है हो हर घर सुरक्षित थैंक यू सो मच सर फॉर ऑल
Okay.
दिस information and sharing and celebrating home safety week with us thank you so much
I just want to sorry to you actually for taking much of example from your day-to-day life, and sorry, to disclose it to other people that you are keeping your keys under the mat. Make sure that you keep it in other places. Thank you so much for
thank you so much sir
interacting with me. It
thank you
was nice talking to you, and all the
सेम
best.
हियर सर
Thank
थैंक
you
यू
so much.
सो मच
Thank you so much.
रहे हर घर सुरक्षित यही कहता है गोदरेज ब्लॉग्स जो सेलिब्रेट कर रहा है होम सेफ्टी वीक 15 नवंबर होम सेफ्टी डे अपने घर को एकदम अच्छे से चेक करना कि हाँ सब ठीक है या नहीं भूलिएगा थैंक यू सो मच सर थैंक यू
Thank you. Good night. Thanks.
गुड नाइट हैप्पी दिवाली सर
Happy Diwali too. Thanks.
हैप्पी दिवाली बाय बाय